Hey there everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and choosing to view my content. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. So, we've got some Marvel/Sony news to jump into. We're going to be talking about Spider-Man 4. There's a particular theory, speculation, and rumor that's going around online that's kind of making headwaves. So we're going to talk about it and break down and see what's going on with Spider-Man 4. So, this article here comes to us from comicflicknews.com. So, rumor. Spoiler to appear in Spider-Man 4, but may play a minor role. Obviously, guys, you clicked on this video. You know the title of the video. Venom or the symbiote potentially appearing in Spider-Man 4. Is it going to be a major role, or is it going to be a small cameo that maybe sets up a fight between Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Venom further down the line? Let's jump in and break down this article and see what this speculation is talking about. So, rumors regarding Spider-Man 4 have been gaining momentum recently, with fans eagerly anticipating an official announcement from Sony Pictures and Marvel Studio about the sequel to No Way Home. Yeah, you remember at the end of No Way Home, they've kind of reset the Spider-Man universe. Everybody's forgotten who Peter Parker is after Doctor Strange kind of did the spell that reversed everything. Peter Parker is now living in an apartment. Nobody remembers who he is, and he has to kind of build himself back up as a street-level Spider-Man going forward. So that narrative there is going to be really compelling to see where they take the character next within the kind of Marvel MCU universe. I can't wait to see what they do with that. So while the trailers may or may not confirm these rumors, we're treading carefully to avoid potential spoilers. According to My Time to Shine Hello, for those of you who may not know, My Time to Shine Hello, he's an industry insider. He gets a lot of scoops right on pop culture news, Star Wars, Marvel, DC. Sometimes the speculations and rumors that he puts out online are true, sometimes they're not. Take it with a pinch of salt, guys. But I just wanted to let you know who that was before we move forward. So, Venom is set to appear in Spider-Man 4, but won't be the main villain. So, interestingly, there's no mention of Tom Hardy, which suggests the Venom Symbiote might find a new host, possibly even Peter Parker himself. So yeah, I recently did a video on this talking about the third Venom movie that's coming out, Venom: The Last Dance, and apparently it's Tom Hardy's last movie as the symbiote, as Venom himself. He says that, but if that movie goes on to generate a lot of money, I think that Tom Hardy will be back in no time. Marvel will back up a dump truck full of money to his house, and Tom Hardy will be back as Venom in no time. But yeah, so if Tom Hardy is officially out as Venom, we could get Venom in the future, but they might just show Venom as the CGI creature without Tom Hardy being there. Or they might have the symbiote attach itself to Peter Parker, like it says here, and then we might get the evil kind of version of Spider-Man. And I think that would be really fun to play around with and see what they do with it. But yeah, I think attaching the symbiote to Peter Parker, I think that would be a cool way to go, and I'd love to see what they do with that. This rumor aligns with the previous speculation that a piece of the symbiote left behind at the end of No Way Home will play a role in the new plot. Yeah, you remember that scene where he's at the bar and a piece of the symbiote is kind of left kind of lingering, and then we're kind of that's in Tom Holland's universe when he gets transported. And it'd be interesting to see how that factors in. Is it going to attach to Peter Parker? Is it going to attach to somebody else? What's going to happen? It's kind of exciting that they might potentially be picking up on that thread, because everybody saw, you know, that the symbiote was left behind in that scene, but it kind of went nowhere. It feels like Marvel kind of forgot about that even happened. But if they're going to pick up on that narrative thread, then it would be great to see how they move it forward. However, revisiting the evil Peter Parker storyline from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 might not be the best move, especially when fans are clamoring for a true Spider-Man vs Venom showdown. Yeah, this is the thing. So if they went with the symbiote attaching to Peter Parker, and then we got the kind of, you know, the dark Spider-Man kind of going forward, I think fans would be a little bit disappointed, because like it says here, fans have been waiting for years, for absolute years. They've teased it so many times, but to have Venom versus Tom Holland Spider-Man on screen, that's what fans want, and Marvel surely have to give it to us at some point. And like I say, how would you pass up on that? It would generate all the box office in the world. They know that it would generate a shit ton of money, and it feels like they're just teasing us year after year after year. But are we eventually going to get to see that play out? I'm sure we will. When is it going to happen? Give it to us. So, such an epic face-off could be reserved for a future film. especially with talks of Sony and Marvel planning another full trilogy of Spider-Man movies. That comes as no surprise whatsoever. Spider-Man, the most popular Marvel character there is, probably outside of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and maybe Deadpool, but Spider-Man, it generates so much money. I mean, you look at the Spider-Man box office of the last 3 Spider-Man movies, and I mean, holy shit, look at the box office, it's insane. So of course they're going to pick up on a new trilogy or a new set of Spider-Man films going forward. There's so much money to be left on the table, and it's no surprise that they're going to be working on more films. Whether Tom Holland is going to continue to play the character into the future, or whether like a Miles Morales might take over, that'll be interesting to find out, because Tom Holland has been saying that he's growing a little bit weary of kind of playing the character, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. So we should learn more once the project is officially announced. Is the announcement imminent? So we have a Twitter post here from Spider-Man News. Tom Holland was seen having a meeting in London with Sony Pictures chairman Tom Rothman yesterday. This was posted on May the 21st, which was obviously yesterday. So Tom Holland has been in London having a meeting with Sony Pictures chairman Tom Rothman. So it seems like, you know, the wheels are in motion. Something's going on here. Are they talking about the new Spider-Man film? Is he striking a deal to do a new trilogy of Spider-Man movies going forward? Is he talking about potentially something that has nothing to do with Spider-Man? Obviously, this is just a picture of Tom Holland and Sony Picture chairman Tom Rothman. We don't know what this is about. We're kind of speculating as fans, sorry, and it could be anything. But the fan inside us hopes that it is Tom Holland building on a new Spider-Man film or set of Spider-Man films going forward. Because wouldn't that be awesome? It absolutely would be. So, rumours aside, we still know very little about the direction of Spider-Man 4 is taking. Reportedly, Sony's Tom Rothman and Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige had some disagreements over the plot. Yeah, I remember reading about this a few months ago. They couldn't decide whether to go multiverse or more street level. And there's kind of pros and cons to both approaches, I guess. So Feige is pushing for a smaller story with fewer multiverse elements. That absolutely makes sense given the end of No Way Home, where Peter Parker's been forgotten, he's in the apartment by himself, and he has to build the character back up. So that makes sense going that route. While Rothman wants to leverage the No Way Home success by bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as their respective Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, the problem is you fall into that trap of it being a gimmick. If you keep bringing them back just to generate box office, I mean, is there a legit story to have them come back? Would it make sense? Would it feel shoehorned to have those two characters come back? Would it feel gimmicky? Is there a purpose to them being there? Or is it purely just there just to generate box office and hype? You know, so if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back in a new Spider-Man movie or Spider-Man 4, it has to make narrative sense. It has to be purposeful, not just these kind of like, you know, quick gimmicky cameos that don't make any sense. But obviously, most fans would love to see these guys back. I would as much as anybody else. But I just hope it makes narrative sense and it's not shoehorned. So, Tom Holland will return as MCU Spider-Man alongside Zendaya as MJ. I've never liked the casting of Zendaya as MJ. I've never felt... She doesn't feel like an MJ character to me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. But I've never seen her as MJ. I don't think that casting was good, in my opinion. I know a lot of guys out there will probably disagree with me, but... just never felt that casting whatsoever. So, however, Holland is reportedly growing weary of playing the iconic hero. Yeah, like I was saying just a minute ago, which suggests that this could be the final solo outing as the Wall Crawler. Despite this, he is expected to play a significant role in one or both of the upcoming Avenger films. Yeah, remember we've got those Avenger movies coming up as well, Avengers 5, Avengers Secret Wars, and all this kind of stuff. And Spider-Man's obviously going to show up in there. There's no way Spider-Man wouldn't put in an appearance in an Avengers movie. But yeah, like... it's possible that Miles Morales could potentially take over in the next few years, or they could just outright recast the Spider-Man role. Would they ever recast Tom Holland if Tom Holland wanted to exit the role? That would be kind of crazy to see, but I'm not sure they would ever do that. So we have the best in the business working towards whatever the story might be, Holland said in a recent interview. But until we've cracked it, we have a legacy to protect, Holland explained. The third movie was so special in so many ways that we need to make sure we do the right thing. Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. You know, you don't want to just put out something just for the sake of it, just to kind of generate, you know, just to generate kind of money and not have a good narrative or a good story there. And the last thing you want to do, basically Spider-Man is what Batman is for DC. Spider-Man is just an automatic moneymaker, and it's the most popular character there is. And you wouldn't want to do it dirty. You'd want to honor the legacy. The same thing they do with Batman over at DC. So I understand what Tom Holland is saying here. No Way Home scribes Chris McKenna and Eric Summers are currently working on the script, but we still don't know which of the wall crawlers, fearsome foes, will be causing problems for Peter and co. Most of Spidey's major bad guys have already been utilized in previous films, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, etc. But a recent rumor claimed that the still untitled sequel will feature a villain we haven't seen in live action yet. I mean, you know, the rogues gallery for Spider-Man is massive. They haven't by any means used all of his villains yet. There's so many different ones you could use. You've still got Kraven. You could do a massive film with Kraven. You could do, you know, you've got Rhino that hasn't really been used in the new set of movies. There's so many different characters that have been, that haven't been, you know, featured in live action that we could still do as a Spider-Man villain. So I don't think there's any problems there coming up with a villain. You just got to make the villain compelling. If it's a villain that we haven't seen, introduce us to him in a correct way. So fans who don't know who this villain is, you know, make sure they do a good job with the storytelling. But I'm sure they will. You know, they haven't let us down with the rest of the Spider-Man film so far. Which one would you prefer? The actual Venom vs Spider-Man, or would you prefer the dark Peter Parker where the symbiote attaches himself to Peter Parker? Whatever your thoughts are, guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this story and what you think about Spider-Man 4. Do you think the symbiote and Venom would make an appearance in Spider-Man 4? Or do you think this is just a load of rubbish and that this probably won't happen? Whatever your thoughts are, put them in the comment section. Can't wait to see what you have to say about this, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Click like and subscribe for more of these videos, and I will see you in the next one.